Thank you for joining me. I'm going to be demonstrating my lessons in scripting the Copperplate style. If you have a look at my handout that's available on hyampit.com, you'll see I break the lowercase letters into 4 main groups. This video clip will be dealing with the first group letter forms. And the group 1 subgroup A consists of the C, the E, the O, and the S. And these are grouped together based on their fundamental shapes. I'm going to show you how to execute them now. There's many ways to form letters. My way is what works for me. But here's the way we go. I'll start off with the C. Upstroke, lead in. Shaded stroke. Pressure, release. Curve it around. Come around. Fill a little dot in. That's the C. I'll progress on now to the lowercase e. Same type of lead in. Same type of shaded stroke, except now I come up and over the top to form the E. Next would be the lowercase o. Upstroke, lead in. Same type of basic stroke. For me, I would stop here, come up and over the top, and hit a little bit of a shade there. That's my lowercase o. There's other ways to make this letter. And that would look like this. Upstroke, come around, up and over, and then put a little dot here, and you continue out for the connector. The shape of this oval and the shape of this connector should basically be similar. And what I mean by that is there's an imaginary oval that forms this letter that you can see here. The same imaginary oval shape should form the upper connector as well. That'll help you, give you very good letter spacing. And then finally, the lowercase s. I have several represented. My current favorite at the moment, I'll make one that's actually on the form because I have to put some other ones on there, but one that was influenced by Louis Monterage has a sort of compound curve hairline that curves upward, and it'll curve downward like this. And then I put a little dot here on the hairline, and that's my lowercase s, and then finish it with the connecting stroke coming out the back end. Okay, a few things I'd like to point out here is going back to these forms. For instance, I started with the C. What I'd like you to see with this letter is that this C, if continued around, would have been the letter O. It's the same fundamental form. If I would have taken this C and just simply extended it downward this way, I'd now have a lowercase e. It's all the same. Alright? The reason why the lowercase s was included in here is because the traditional lowercase s, which this is not one of, is just simply an upside down C. And I'll show you what that looks like here. Has a slightly different hairline that goes straight up above the header line. So I'm above the header line. I start off slightly above the header line. Okay. Shade, release, come around, and you can add, there's many ways to finish this. One of the ways I like to do is the same type of dot and put a little bit of weight up above the header line. And so this now is essentially an upside down C. So if I was to turn this upside down, okay, and this would then simply finish, if I wanted to make the C, I'd sort of put that there, and you can see it forms a C. Alright, that